Greetings, and I welcome you now in the love and light of the One Infinite Creator. I wish to do a tarot reading for you all. These are general readings. Take what feels right, spit all the rest out. With all that being said, I'm going to give the deck a couple shuffles, and we'll get straight into your cards. Okay. In the past, we get the Two of Wands reversed. Failure to see the bigger picture in the past. A need to stand up for what you believe in, and just in general to stand up and be a little bit of a leader. In the past, there's been times where you've where you've needed to put in more or to believe more. I don't know. Interesting. We'll pull a card for on the Two of Wands reversed. So you might not have been able to see the bigger picture or stand up, you might not have been able to see the bigger picture, but you still adapt. You've been adapting. You've things are good or have been good in the past, at least to an extent, with the Magician. Let's see here. I have to pull another card to get more information. So we get the Lovers reversed. So in the past, there was a need to look at the bigger picture. It made you start having to change up what you were doing. And you also had a relationship go south as well in the past. That's all you're really telling me right now about the past, so we're going to move into the current energy. We get the Four of Pentacles reversed. So there's you're having troubles creating financial stability for yourself. You're having troubles, financially. So I wonder if this relationship going south and a failure to see the bigger picture kind of left you, not having what you really need. You did adapt, right, with the Magician. You did try and change things up, but it hasn't worked yet, necessarily. Let's pull another card just to be sure. Another card. Okay, yeah, so we get the Eight of Swords. Things aren't really going that well, You could feel like the victim. You could feel like the world's out to get you, it could feel like they're like you're the like you're alone, like you're all alone, and it could feel like you're having to face extreme situations, Interesting. So that's how you're currently feeling. It's like the victim. In the future, we get the Knight of Swords reversed. So there's like the need to push forward in the future. And there's the need to do the right thing and to be righteous in the future. You know, being of service to others could really help you in the future. Next, we get the Nine of Cups reversed in the future. For some reason, you're not attaining what you really want. You know, you're not really gaining the experience, the knowledge, the wealth that you really want. You know, instead you're looking like you're the victim, and you're looking like you're having hard time in your relationship. You've had hard times in your relationship. You've had hard times financially. You will continue to have issues until you can really work out whatever is causing you to be the victim, until you can work out, until you can start to see the bigger picture, with the Two of Wands reversed, until you can create, manifest positive things for yourself, I feel like you're capable of that with the Magician. It's just a matter of maybe like flipping the switch in some way, Next we get the Six of Wands in the future. So you're going to have the opportunity to stand up and be a little bit of a leader, in the past, you may not have really wanted to be, but you're going to step into some kind of leadership role in the future eventually, with enough, with eventually, right? Let's do one more over the current energy, and then we'll do an overall energy. We get the Ace of Swords over the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Let's see here. The Ace of Swords, it means that God or the Creator wants to give you the opportunity to fight, and to fight for what you believe in, basically, because you are the victim, and so it makes a lot of sense that God would want to give you the opportunity to get out of that, and fight your way out of it, not just let yourself be captured and taken advantage of. And I don't mean that like, it doesn't have to mean that in the literal sense, but, like, the Eight of Swords is a card of being the victim and not having any hope, but you give your, but even though you might be facing adversity and many different obstacles, God still wants to give you the opportunity to face all that. So that's a good card to pull. The Six of Wands was a good card to pull. Your reading's starting to look better than it was, because it was actually looking pretty negative. Oh. Now we're going to pull an overall energy. We get the Five of Swords. So this is mainly like the main point here is that you're going to be able to overcome obstacles. I see that. And I think you might have a passing grade here, a 50% at least, which is good. We'll do a final tally here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 10. So I'm sorry, but it's actually a failing grade here. More negatives than positives, unfortunately. So I'm going to leave you with with this in mind, that, or with in mind that it's important to do work and to work out your issues, your traumas, whatever is holding you back, you know, whatever is making you the victim, essentially, with the Eight of Swords in your current energy is very important in this reading. You know, not to let your past relationships get in the way of future ones, for instance, and future success. Don't let the things keep you down, you know? Yeah. And you will overcome with the Five of Swords as your overall energy, you know, I feel like, but, you know, there's just more negatives than positives in your reading, and so you got a failing grade, unfortunately. It's like a 40%. It's 4 out of 10. So God does want to give you the tools, though, you know, to put yourself over the hump, you know, and to work out your issues, your traumas, to fight off your enemies. You know, Five of Swords, Ace of Swords over the, you know, you know, it's it could really help to try and see the bigger picture, not to hold on to too much hate, you know, for your past lover or lovers, and to do the right thing, you know. Think about what you can do to help others, you know. If you have power, you know, if God gives you power, and you know, use your gifts to help others, or use your, you know, I don't know. The Knight of Swords reversed is, you know, represents like an energy that you could flip. You know, that it could be really important to flip over as well. You know, or just to reverse, or just to, like, you know, I don't know. Essentially, you're gonna be, you know, overcoming obstacles. You're gonna be learning about how to overcome. You're gonna be really trying to overcome obstacles. You know. Um, yeah. Um, or you're gonna step into some kind of leadership role with the Six of Wands as your last card in the future, right? Like, but there's just like you're not able to. For some reason you're not able to achieve everything you really want, you know, and it's probably because you're not being righteous enough. You're not being of service enough. You're not pushing forward enough. But I do see you eventually standing up into a leadership role, given the gifts from, like the gift of strength from God, you know, to fight off your enemies and to get yourself out of the hole, get yourself out of being the victim, working past your traumas, your relationships, um, making positive changes, you know, and overcoming obstacles with the Five of Swords as your overall energy. Yeah. Um, with all that being said, you know, hopefully I've helped clarify or helped in some way, or you guys have found this enjoyable. I leave you now in the love and light of the One Infinite Creator. Namaste.